There are people out there that feel like they don't fit in either groups, meaning either American or Mexican, because they're confused on what they self-identify with, because they're both basically. In my case, I'm 100% Mexican, so obviously I could just say with full confidence that I'm Mexican. But that's not the case. Obviously, I was born here, so obviously I came with the realization that I'm just an American citizen. However, I do struggle sometimes. I'm thinking like, should I just go fully identify as American American, or just go around saying, "Oh, I'm Mexican American"? Because honestly, I don't like doing both, saying both things. Because it's like, it's either I'm with this or that. I don't like really like including both of them. It feels like a sluggish mess that I don't really want to deal with. So here are my 3 reasons on why I feel like sometimes, not all the time, keep that in mind, that sometimes maybe I'm just not Mexican enough. So first one on the list, I identify as an American and Mexican. There are words that I really don't like including Latinx or Chicano. The Chicano one, I despise it. I don't know why. Latinx is more of a woke thing. That's kind of dumb. I'm not gonna lie. Mexican American is enough of a group, generalized group, than these other 2 words that are pretty disgusting. And the second one has multiple parts to it, so I'm gonna break it down on each one. The first one is I feel out of touch with the culture. Obviously, as being born here, you not really have a lot of people that exactly look like you. So it's going to be kind of difficult to obviously be surrounded in an environment that technically you're supposed to be at. So really my culture is just really just what my parents have taught me. So, and then when you get to know other Mexican American kids, you get another perspective. So it's kind of like, is my perspective the real one, or is theirs the real one? So it's kind of like a mental gap. You get kind of like, it's kind of hard to relate, but at the end of the day, I feel like each one has their own type of culture. But obviously, like for example, I'll use black people for example. Obviously, they have their culture and shit like that. But like the ones born here, they're African Americans, so they have African descendants, but they're just not natively African, like people that are actually from Africa, if that makes any sense. And also, I had this one experience where I had a friend who was actually from South Africa, so directly from the motherland. And I talked to him for a little bit, obviously conversing Spanish, and my man said, "Low key, you sound like a outsider speaking Spanish." And low key, that did kind of hurt. I'm not gonna lie, because it's like, damn, is my Spanish that bad? And he said, "No, it really isn't that bad. It's just the accent." So I told him, "Well, you are right. I mean, I was born in the U.S., so obviously I'm not gonna be as in touch with actual native Mexicans. So it's obviously it's gonna be a little off." And the third reason is that I barely listen to any Spanish music. I do listen to Spanish music. I won't lie, but it's not to the level compared to rap and hip hop. Those are the genres I mainly listen to, and from what I've seen so far, or actually not what I've seen, but the artists I listen to, they're majority black. I won't lie. It's like majority black, a little bit of white, and just sprinkled in with a little bit of Spanish. I listen to Ken Carson, Samson, then Playboy Cardi, Juice WRLD, and a little bit of Bad Bunny. That's it. Honestly, I know obviously I should expand so I can, really with the other beaners. But honestly, I'm fine with that right now. But I think that should be one of my objectives, is to be more involved with people in general that were born here, that speak Spanish but were raised, in the States. And just, find people that think the same like me. You know what I'm saying? It's okay to identify with either thing. I'm not gonna lie. So, alright, brother, gonna wrap that up, bro. Comment, like, subscribe, and shit. Until the next video, bro, for my crazy thoughts. You know what I'm saying?